US Virgin Islands. So there are pretty much, you can see here, three main islands that we're gonna check. And first of all, we're gonna go with some numbers. But if you're interested in this type of channel and content and you like it, considering subscribing, liking the videos and comment on them. And also, if you know somebody that might like the content, also we can share it with them. Now, let's go with the numbers. 85,000 people and going down, as you can see. They have up in population right here in growing rate, but not significantly enough to actually see them. It just pretty much slows the curve going down, but still on the down trajectory. But look at this, 1955, around 30,000 people were living in this island. 1.8% growing rate. That'll be like 515 people per year, which is not that much. Migration on minus almost 200. Median age around 20 years old. One of those nonsense. Fertility rate almost 5 here, but they got as high as 5.6, which is insane in my opinion. Urban population around 57% back then. Now look at this, fast forward to 2025, population grew at 85,000 people around that. Population change per year around minus 1%, almost 1%. That would be roughly around 767 people, with migration living around 357 people. Median age now 44, 45 years old. Fertility rate much more manageable, but still above the replacement, 2.07. And urban population, they got pretty much 100% from 2015. So yeah, at the highest population that they have were in 2000 with 108,000 people, and now they decrease quite significantly, I would say. But look at this, in the future they're gonna say by 2050 population is gonna go down around the number 70,000 people, and the yearly change will be around the minus 0.6%. that will be roughly around 400 people. Migration, they kind of stop at minus 25, and median age 42 years old. They go younger. Pretty interesting. Fertility rate, they got below replacement, now it's 1.85, let's call it like that, around that number. And urban population stay most likely at 100%. So I would say still double, more than double than it was in 1955 by 2050. So it's gonna be interesting to see the future for this US Virgin Islands. But first, let's look at the life expectancy, which is very high here. It's 76 years old for both sexes. Females 82 almost, and males 71. Very good numbers. Infant mortality rate 4.7, and death under age of 5.4. Those are actually great numbers since this area, since we see them in this area. So yeah, they're not below 3 or ideally 1 and 1, but still pretty close to that, which is very, very good for them. So again, it's a US territory, everybody has to know that. What else can we say about them? They are 71% blacks and only 16% whites. 87 Christians and 8.4, quite significant, I would say. No religion. What else? Well, economy, look at this, pretty interesting. And the GDP overall, it's around $4 billion US dollars. And in 2019, keep in mind now, probably they got up a bit. And the PPP around per capita this time, which I'm not sure exactly PPP means because they're using US dollars, but fine. It's around 38,000 US dollars per capita, which is pretty good. 38,000 per capita is very, very good. So I'm gonna be extremely curious how those people actually live. Well, pyramid, you can see pretty much all over the place. They have some male surplus in population by the age of 14, 16, around that, and they kind of go in a female surplus population, and probably that because migration, I would say, the people are leaving the country pretty much from the entire history, at least the recent one. So yeah, interesting to see how things are going there. It's at US territory, so I suspect, I don't have the information unfortunately, we don't have the Gini coefficient, so probably that is not exactly good. So probably it's going to be something similar with what they have in mainland USA. Corruption, again, I don't have that much information here, but most likely it's going to be again what they have in US or what it's in the area. So not that bad, but again, not that great either. Now let's see how those people actually live, and we are gonna start probably with the most least populated island, so we can finish it as fast as possible. I don't want to make those videos too long, so let's see how those people actually live. We already know they're gonna be rich people and poor people everywhere. It's just the way it is in this world. It doesn't matter what place you're looking for, you're always gonna find rich and poor. Just how balanced it works here in nature. Yeah, very nice here, very nice houses. Now The architecture of the house is not exactly American, typical American, I would say. So yeah, maybe some influence each and there. Probably it's more like uh, exactly what they expect in this region. That's a nice house with a pool, very well done. So yeah, this is clearly a rich area, not exactly for everyone, but we're gonna see how those people actually live. So yeah, probably is gonna be some areas that are not doing that well, most likely. Here one, the classic, I would say, white Caribbean sand, not exactly very white, but still whiter. Caribbean sand, which is very, very nice indeed. Let's check the roads. Well, hopefully it's gonna be a good quality, and it is a good quality actually. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. Let's see what else can we find here. Not that many communities of people, I guess. Again, those abandoned cars, it seems to be all over the Caribbean, all over the South Pacific. Pacific, it's just, I don't know, it's something in the culture, tradition, I don't know. And yeah, they're using a pickup truck, so yeah, very, very American in this regard. So far I like it. It's a nice house, it's on the nice hills, a lot of pickup trucks. So yeah, let's check other areas, and the road looking pretty well. A bit spread around on these hills, which is nice, not like they jamming together everyone to live there. Let's check this road again. Look at this, how they live there. Yeah, roads very nice. Look how spread around on the top of the hills. It's pretty interesting. I guess it's not easy to build here 100%, and everybody has a pool here. So again, rich people here on this island. Good for them, I guess. Maybe gonna be again one of those islands that we saw in other part. I think in Aruba, I think we find. I don't remember exactly, or close to that. Just an island full of the rich people and almost no one else. Yeah, pretty good for them. Doing pretty well here. Clearly, it's kind of the case for that. It feels very, very exclusive, rich. Here, not so rich. Not sure everybody lives here for good. Yeah, they have numbers, so probably they are from rent and from those people that just want to live in a tent closer to the nature and stuff like that. They have a couch here, so yeah, that's definitely America. When you see a couch made out of the sand on the beach, 100% is gonna be America. There's no way. They need a TV and that's it. A sand TV, and it's pretty much home. Again, house on the hills right there. I'm gonna check that in a second because they looking very rich. Yeah, beach is very nice. Lots and lots of people here. So yeah, here, yeah, look at this, huge houses with pools. It's just no secret, this is for the rich, 100%. Let's check in on this one here. Not so rich, but still not as bad. A lot of American trucks, as you can see. Even the number plates are American style. At least it's not a state, but it's a territory, so as close as you can get to a state, I guess. Again, you can see a lot of American cars, American influence here. Nice shops. Financially, they're doing pretty well. Not so bad. Not as good as they do in mainland USA, let's say. But still, pretty good. They have some... I think, yeah, they're using dollars and gallons. 3.29 in 2016. Oof. I don't know exactly how much is the gallon of the gas in the US, mainland US right now, but probably something similar to that, which is pretty good. In Europe, we got much more expensive for no reason, apparently. Yeah, some garbage here, I don't like it, but at least it's not one of those trashes area where they can actually throw trash there, but doesn't look exactly that clean. And some trash here too, which could be better. Roads, once again, nice. No issues there. Ooh, that's a nice Bay Area. Yeah, very nice indeed. Oh, they have some sort of hotels here. A bit European style, I would say, but not that much. Yeah, looking nice. Oh, it's a cemetery actually. Yeah, a bit weird place for a cemetery, but fine. And you put that hotel right next to it. All right. All right. Yeah, landscape, nice maintained. Again, a lot of American cars, a lot of influence here. And keep in mind there are not that many people on this island at least, and not even in the entire country. So yeah, but they're doing nice. Let's check the other ones. Again, for a US territory that you can visit, most likely free of visa and easy. I'm not sure exactly how cheap it is. I have a suspicion that it's not gonna be cheap, but it's gonna be nice. But you know, when the value pretty much of the dollar doubles at here, because they have, let's say, per capita at least from the entire US, half of the value, it could mean a bit cheaper for them. But again, it's an island, so yeah, it might not work that way. Again, I'll go randomly on the spot right now. There's a lot to see here, a lot of population. Clearly the island's not so huge, but yeah, road's pretty good, everything is nice. I don't see that much trash, but we see something here. I have to say it when I see it, just the way it is. I'm not sure exactly. This is a bus or it's a zoo bus. It's one of those safari ones, I guess. Pretty strange, but also interesting in the same time. Hills, house on the hills. Look at this. Poles. Rich people doing very well. They're quite high. Unfortunately, it wasn't nice if you have a 3D here. That would be great to have every house in 3D. That would be something. Here the road, not the best, but also not the worst. We're gonna go, like I say, when I finish all those countries in every single state of the US, and I am curious how the Hawaii looks like. It would be interesting to compare those, because clearly this is much closer than the mainland USA than Hawaii, and it looks pretty good. I mean, and it could be even cheaper. Probably it's cheaper than Hawaii, 100%. There's no way it's gonna be more expensive. I don't see why. But we're gonna see the difference, if it is that big or if it doesn't. Yeah, the road's pretty good. Moving kind of slow with that, so I don't want to stay that long there. I don't see. Let's check this golf area. Yeah, pretty nice. Some garbage here, but those are towers. I didn't understand what was those. Yeah, doing pretty well. Nice. Enjoyable. Yeah, there's in US territories usually a lot of people make those 360s. Street views are pretty spot on. 2021, right in the pandemic year, so that would be a great place to live there in a pandemic, I guess. You don't worry about a lot of things. Here, we have some houses here, and I don't think it's exactly for rich people, but still not for poor ones. It's just, yeah, I don't like those stones there. What's the point of them? We have a Coca-Cola truck, a vintage one. Ooh, that's nice actually. Could be a collectible one. It's a Ford, right? Yeah, it's a Ford. Nice. You find all kind of nice stuff around it. Yeah, nice house. I like it. Roads good enough. I don't care about that. No holes. Pretty decent. Houses looking pretty well. Cars pretty well. This is 2016, so yeah. It is nice. I like it. What is going on in here? Something under construction was there. Now it's not even there anymore. 2016. It was something there at some point, but now it's just they built something else. I have the main airport here. Let's check the terminal. Yeah, pretty good. Like it. I like how spread around those houses are, but what I don't like what I would like to see is more trees. It's gonna look 10 times better. More trees in those areas with the houses. Maybe they got now, who knows? But I think they need a bit more, at least in this area. Look at this, not that many. I like to see more trees, more is better. Let's go now to probably this is the main island. As you can see, a lot of those are pretty much every single street that we can see. Again, roads so far very well done. No issue there. I'm not sure if it didn't find bad neighborhoods, but it's kind of significant GDP per capita and population's going down, so I guess not that many. But here probably gonna be more bad, let's say, neighborhoods. But if this one is a bad one, I'm okay with that. It's quite decent. This one looks abandoned to me. The road again not in the greatest condition here, so yeah, this is an example of how not to do it. Look at this, a terrain that is not even doesn't have a fence but still clean, which is pretty good. That's gonna tell you a lot about the education of the people. Yeah, we have some bars on the windows here. Every time I saw them, I have to say it. Just yeah, there's probably a rough area here, so yeah. But again, this is how a bad area looks like. It's not that bad, you know. Kind of a weird architecture here, but fine. I don't understand why this trailer there has to do. It's just looking pretty bad. Cars, again, when you have cars, you have to put them in some sort of the shade. Otherwise, it's gonna end up with a pretty much cheap paints and burn spots on the body, so you don't want that if you wanna taking well care of your car. Yeah, some look at this. Ooh, those people live like in a jail here. Not that pleasant. And this is 2016. Maybe they changed by now. They're just almost 10 years ago, so it could be change. They have a lot of rooms between them, so not they don't live in jam together. So that's very American and very well done. American knows how to build, how to have lands at least. Not how to build a house, but how to have lands. They know very well. Again, road here not in the greatest shapes, but 2016 again, maybe they change and they improve it by now. I don't know why they need a rock here, but fine. This land looks pretty nice. Those plants, very nice indeed. Ooh, here is pretty good, but then I need more plants. See, you need those tall ones, a lot of them, and also those middle ones, so you don't see the traffic outside. You don't hear, even they can block even the sound, so you could actually improve the comfort in many ways. It's just the temperature is gonna be much nicer, the noise is gonna be lower. Only advantages. If you're living in a country like this, let's say maybe it's rain quite regularly, so you don't have to water them that much, but maybe you have cheap water there, who knows, and you can afford that, even better. You have to plant more trees, more plants. It's gonna look much better. And if you care about those property prices, you can go a bit up, so you're gonna make your money back. Look pretty good here. I like it. Road again, pretty good. Yeah, it's America. They know how to take care of the when they want it, obviously, of their infrastructure, of how a neighborhood should look like. They know very well. Not every single one of them looking great, obviously, but they have some very good examples with about how it should look like. And yeah, it is very nice. Here now, the road is a bit wider, in my opinion, just a lot of concrete, a lot of, let's say, maintenance, a lot of money thrown in this one, a lot of heat from the sun they're gonna get stored in this one, and yeah, not a pleasant way. Whew, pretty big. Let's check these ones. Let's see how rough this area is. Yeah, clearly on this island, not exactly the richest, more like the poor population, but again, it's not that bad, but still, compared with what we saw, pretty significant differences between them. Let's see this one on the beach. Yeah, that's nice. Come on. Pretty good. I like it. This probably is gonna be a dirt road. There's no way it's gonna be a paved road. Oh, it's actually a semi-paved, semi-dirt road. Looking pretty good. Not sure exactly what this guy is doing. Eastern Seaboard, running some advertisement here probably, I suspect. So yeah, they saw the the Google Maps car, say, "Guy, we're gonna run some advertisement with those guys. It's free advertisement." Well, kind of is. Yeah, this is 2016 again, quite a while ago. I suspect, they didn't change it that much. They didn't go there to make another street view. Pretty strange. In 10 years as a US territory. The road here needs some improvement. I see. Look at this. How much better a road like this look like. See, you get covered by the trees. You don't get the sunlight directly on the road, already on the car. It's gonna look 10 times better. 10 times better. If you have nice healthy tree and you trim it quite regularly, because you can have some strong winds and then you're gonna end up with a tree on your car, which you don't want. It could have some really good benefits, I would say. Let's check this street right here. Again, road, some minor issues each and there, but not quite significantly, not something, not a deal breaker. Here it's a nice house, I like it. They need more plants, tall plants, but it looks pretty good. They have probably most likely reliable power grid, so they don't have an issue there. I like the tree, but house not so much. Yeah, road decent, again not amazing but decent. That's a nice house. Again, more plants, it will not be a bad thing. Seems to be a bit more upper in middle income, I would say, in this area, and here probably gonna be rich, judging by that pool right there. And again, this is 2016, so maybe that's the alley of the access. Maybe it even was build a house back then, 10 years ago. Maybe all of those are new constructions. Let's see if they have a house here. Oh, here they have it. Okay, in 2016. But clearly, look at this. It's gonna be an expensive one. Look at the position. Look at the view that they're gonna have. Come on, that's paradise. Nice fence. Another house here, pretty good. So those two houses on the end of the road, not cheap. I can show you that, not cheap. Maybe at some point, like I said, I should make a tour, a real estate tour of the world. Let's see the properties around the world. Which one is cheaper? Which one is more expensive? Now we have the base. When I finish all the countries in the world, we have a base. We visit it, especially who those watch all the videos, which I highly doubt that they do. We see the entire world. We know how to expect. We see how those people live. We know what we like. We know what we don't like. It's an experience. Let's see this street here. Pretty good. Pretty good. Well, the fence and the house is not so much. I mean, you compare with that, it could look much better very fast, but yeah, you have to convince the people to work together, and that's the toughest part. So I don't think it's gonna happen, but it could look much better, definitely. Maybe you just need one example or two, and maybe just everyone goes with it. This is a Mercedes, very expensive. And a BMW. Ooh, somebody likes car here. They have another BMW here. I like German cars, European cars. Well, they are the best, so yeah. I guess here is what it is. Yeah, road here pretty good. Road pretty much they are pretty good. They have some exceptions in some areas, but overall I would say pretty decent, solid roads. I like that house. It looks nice here. But again, people are living. Maybe they got, let's say it's much easier for them, being already a US territory, to get the green card. Well, this is no road here, but it's a dirt road, so fine. But the house is looking pretty well. I don't know what happened here. Maybe it's easy for them to get a green card and go in the US and work there, settle there, whatever, move there. So yeah, that's probably another thing that they choose to live, but it is pretty nice place. Just probably it's gonna be expensive to live here, and also not that much job opportunities. And again, that's why the population is going down. Probably those people that remain is gonna be the rich one, that they're doing pretty well, and we're gonna see an island of rich people, which is well maintained, let's say. Here the road, yeah, absolutely horrendous. They use this cheap tarmac that it's not gonna last that much, even though you use a concrete road, or you're making a very good tarmac, and make sure you properly install it so they can last a long time. Maybe they changed it by now again. It's almost 10 years ago, so yeah. We have some 360 on the beach and looking pretty nice. And yeah, it's pretty nice. except those tents. It's kind of weird here. Otherwise, yeah. Ooh, they have one of those complex. Yeah, 2016, for 2016, decent cars. I like them. Personally, I like cars from the early 2000. It's just something nice. Ooh, rich people, look at this. A lot of rich people houses here. Yeah, we can see them. Very interesting, very nice, well maintained, good roads. They pay a lot of taxes, so they're not gonna cheap out on the roads in those neighborhoods. Gotta be sure about that. Yeah, looking nice. Again, probably a house here is gonna be at least $1 million, if not even more. So it's impossible, almost impossible for 99% of the people to buy a house here. It is what it is, but yeah, those who can afford, they have a great life here. Doesn't seem so bad. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. A lot of trucks, for whatever reason. American favorite car. Yeah, I think we saw pretty much enough. They have some bad neighborhoods, or at least not that well. Some of them pretty nice. A lot of them actually, they are pretty nice. So yeah, I don't think, like I said, probably in the future, hopefully by 2050, we're gonna see more of those houses like that with pools and all the things that you want to have in a house, not just exclusively for rich people, just especially for the middle class, middle income, and middle upper income. See, another category added to that, the middle income. Maybe, who knows, we're gonna be in some countries even by the lower middle class. They can afford actually a upper middle house, or even a rich house at some point. Who knows? It doesn't have to be that big, but you can have the same features as a rich people house. You can have a pool, you can have a sauna, a gym, an office, big rooms, big windows, very well efficient, cheap to build, cheap to maintain, all the good stuff. You could have it in the future. We will see how that is gonna play. Yeah, here is just, oh, what is here? Oh, they have some sort of the resort. No, it's houses, I guess. Those are brand new building in 2016. Not exactly brand new. That definitely was a developer that built all of those the same. I'm not exactly a fan of that, but the road is here. It's way too wide. Here it's more decentable sizes. But it looks nice. It's just a bit kind of boring in the same time when you build everything the same. But yeah, and not that much trees. Those roads should be covered in trees. You should not even see the sun when you sit on the road. But yeah, a bit jammed together here. I'm not sure about this. Here pretty much the same, a bit jammed together. They just put them closer and closer. Maybe it's from renting. Yeah, I don't think it's, I'm not sure. Maybe it's from renting, maybe it's for tourists, maybe it's actually a residential area. It looks nice. I bet even inside it's gonna look great, but not gonna be cheap and not exactly that many trees. Oh, we have a 360 on this car. This guy. Oh yeah. See, that's should be a lower middle income guy class. Somebody who belongs to a low middle class, I would say. Lower class, yes, they still have to wait, but they can improve there too. But a lower middle class, yeah. That's how they're supposed to live, right there. That should be a minimum. We will see. So yeah, I think that's all from the US Virgin Islands. Looking very nice. A lot of good areas. Very close to Puerto Rico. Again, another US territory. Quite a strategic, I would say, position also. Close to the mainland USA, I guess. You can fly there. A lot of people choose probably to go there. They have migration on minus, but they're gonna slow down with time. So yeah, look, things are looking pretty well there. So probably they're improving much more in the recent years than used to be back in the 80s and 90s. So people are choosing now probably to stay more. Also the population, they're gonna go below replacement rate. They're gonna slow down. They're already going down in population. Again, probably if they have, they have like 85,000 people right now. By 2050, if they're gonna reach the same, which I highly doubt that, but who knows, but it's gonna be hard to have that, obviously, the same number that they have 100 years ago. Definitely those 30,000 people, they're gonna live great lives there, I guess. So yeah, that is the US Virgin Islands. Very nice territory. It's worth, clearly it's worth having a vacation here in Puerto Rico. As an American, definitely a good destination to go. And also Bahamas, again, not gonna be cheap, but it's gonna be nice. So yeah, well, I guess that's the video for today. Check the others one that I make, and see you next time.